Hi, I'm Ashley and welcome to my channel. At the time of recording this video, June is only 3 days away, so today we are here to talk about books coming out in June that I am excited for. And so I've done a couple of these videos before, and usually I just talk about YA fantasy books coming out that I'm excited for because YA fantasy is my favorite thing to read. But this month there are some other books coming out as well that I'm excited for that are not YA fantasy, so I'm also going to be talking about those in this video as well. So today I have 6 books to share with you. 3 of them are YA fantasy books. I'm going to start with those first, and I'm going to talk about them in order of publication date from earliest to latest. So book number 1 coming out on June 4th is Moonstorm by Yoon. And this book is pitched as a sci-fi adventure that is perfect for fans of Iron Widow and Skyward. And so our story follows our main character Hwa, and Hwa's homeland, the Rebel Moon, was destroyed when she was 10 years old by Imperial forces. Now she is a citizen of that empire that destroyed her home, and she wants nothing more to become a Lancer pilot. And Lancers pilot giant robots, and Hwa wants to become one of these so she can leave her shameful rebel past behind her. However, one day her boarding school is attacked and she is left stranded with her classmates on an Imperial space fleet. And it just so happens to turn out that this space fleet is looking for pilot candidates to pilot their giant robots. And Hwa and some of her classmates are very quick to volunteer, and so they begin training. But as they start to train, they also begin uncovering secrets. And these secrets have to do with what exactly happened to this fleet's last squad of Lancer pilots. And so Hwa is going to have to make a decision about where her loyalties lie. Is she going to remain with the Empire, or is she going to go back to her rebel past? And so this one sounds like it's going to be very exciting. And the fact that they pilot giant robots is just giving me Pacific Rim vibes and also Gundam vibes. So book number 2 coming out on June 11th is The Wilderness of Girls by Madeline Claire Franklin. And so this book has fantasy elements, but also has mystery and thriller elements as well. So this book follows teenager Ree, who is in foster care, and she just wants a fresh start, so she starts volunteering at a wildlife preserve. One day she goes into the woods and she comes upon a very strange, bizarre sight. And what she finds is she finds a pack of wolves guarding 4 girls. And these girls say that they are princesses from another land and that they've been raised by a magical prophet that they call Mother. And so Ree doesn't quite know what to expect, and she kind of just thinks the girls are delusional, and so she leads them out of the woods and into society, and of course, like, the parents of these girls put society into an uproar. And the girls are also convinced that Ree is their lost 5th sister, and the girls just want nothing more than to go back into the woods and go back to their land, and they want Ree's help to do so. But Ree, of course, is conflicted because she thinks they're delusional, but then things start happening that she can't explain. So you have this blurring of reality and fantasy, and that element right there is what is making this book sound so intriguing to me, because I really want to know, are these girls actually princesses, or have they just been psychologically messed with? So book number 3 comes out on June 25th, and it's We Shall Be Monsters by Tara Sim. So our main character in this book is Kajal, and she wants to bring her dead sister back to life. And so she gets ready to resurrect her sister, but then bad things happen and her sister turns into an evil spirit, and this evil spirit goes on a rampage, and Kajal ends up getting sentenced to death for this. And so there seems like there's little hope that she is going to escape her death sentence. But then 2 strangers come to her offering a deal. They say if she will resurrect the dead prince, then they will let her go free. So she is desperate, and so she agrees. So she does the resurrection, but it turns out that she resurrected the wrong boy. The boy she resurrected is not the crown prince. So now she must work together with this boy to try to find out what exactly happened to the crown prince and to fix her mistake before her mistake is uncovered, and before her sister's spirit turns its anger onto her. Because apparently Kajal also played a part in her sister's death. And Kajal also apparently has an undead dog named Kuta as a pet, which that detail right there makes me want to read this even more, because that just sounds so intriguing, and also I just love stories that have animal companions. And also there is a potential for a romance too between Kajal and the boy that she raised by mistake, which also intrigues me. So those are all the YA fantasy books on the list. So now let's talk about the remaining 3 that are not YA fantasy. So the first one is a fantasy romance book that I am very excited for, and I've been excited for this ever since I saw the cover when it didn't even have much of a description so far, because the cover of this one is just gorgeous. And this one comes out on June 4th. It's The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Linde. So this book is the first book in a new romantasy series, and it has Beauty and the Beast vibes. And so 13 years ago, before the start of this book, monsters emerged from the shadows and they plunged the world into chaos. And in order to prevent the world from being completely destroyed, the Monster Treaty was created and a truce of sorts was called. But our main character in this book, Kirsty, is a thief, and she ends up breaking into the Holly Library. And she doesn't know that the Holly Library is monster territory, and so she unknowingly breaks the treaty. And of course, the monster that lives here is terrifying, but he is also charming. And this monster ends up recognizing her skill, and so the two of them end up making some sort of bargain. And that's really all I know about this book. But I am interested, and I already have pre-ordered, and I shall be reading it. So the next book on this list is also a fantasy book that also seems like it's going to have romance elements in it as well, and also some cozy fantasy vibes too. And this book also comes out on June 4th, and it's The God and the Gumiho by Sophie Kim. And this one I just randomly stumbled upon on Amazon one day, and the cover drew me in first because it is stunning, and then I read the description and I was like, ooh, I really want to read this. So as the title suggests, one of our main characters is a Gumiho, a 9-tailed fox, and she ends up teaming up with a fallen god to track down a demon. But the twist is that he is also actually trying to track down her as well, and she knows this, but he doesn't know that she is the 9-tailed fox that he's trying to track down, because she has an infamous reputation as a fox that devoured a lot of souls, but she has thus retired from devouring souls, and she just wants to live a peaceful life, and she now just works at a coffee shop, and that is where she meets our fallen god because he is a patron of this coffee shop. And so essentially she believes that if she becomes his assistant in helping him track down this demon, that he won't suspect her of being the 9-tailed fox. And so this book just sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. There sounds like there's going to be cozy elements with the setting of the coffee shop. There also seems like there is the potential for a lot of good banter between our main character and this fallen god. And also the potential for some cute and angsty romance as well, which I always love. So book number 6, and the final book on this list, is a contemporary romance, and it is coming out on June 25th, and it is a novel love story by Ashley Poston. So I'm really excited for this one because I've read 2 of Ashley Poston's books before and really enjoyed them. So I read The Dead Romantics last year and I love this one. And I also read her YA fantasy book Among the Beasts and Briars, and I really enjoyed this one as well. I have yet to read her newest contemporary romance, The 7-Year Slip, but I'll get there at some point. But this new one coming out this month in June just sounds so cute and like a Hallmark movie, and the premise of it just really makes me want to read it. So our main character in this one is Eileen Merriweather, and she is a professor of literature, and at the beginning of the book, she is on the way to her book club's annual book retreat. However, along the way, her car breaks down, and she finds herself stuck in this quaint little town that feels like it is right out of a book, and the thing is, she realizes that it is from a book. Now finds herself in the town of her favorite romance series, and she just loves it there. It's everything that she's dreamed of. And the only unfortunate thing is that the author passed away before she could finish writing the series, and so Eileen thinks she is there to give the town its happy ending. But standing in her way is a grumpy bookshop owner in the town, and Eileen can't really place him. She doesn't really recognize him from the story, but he does not want the town to get its happy ending. And so that is the main premise of the story, and it just sounds so cute and heartwarming, and it just really is giving me Hallmark movie vibes, and it sounds like it's going to be like a very comforting read, and I'm just super excited to read it. Alright, so those are the 6 books coming out this month in June that I am excited for. Let me know down below if you are interested in any of these, or if you're not, let me know a book that you are interested in reading that is coming out this month. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye!